Tonight, we convene surrounded by our legislative history that started way back in 1619, ready to do our part to create a more perfect union and to cement a strong foundation for Virginia's future. We must be determined this session to create more jobs and new opportunities for the attainment of the American dream for the people of Virginia. Now, they've sent us here to work together on their behalf and to find solutions for the challenges that they face in their daily lives. We don't have to look very far for inspiration from our brave and caring people here in Virginia. In January of 2010, the unemployment rate was 7.3%. Today, it's 5.6%. Second lowest east of the Mississippi and the lowest in the Southeast. During that time, Virginia's created 150,500 net new jobs, all in the private, mostly in the private sector. In 2011, we hit our all-time high record for agricultural exports at $2.35 billion, bolstering Virginia's largest industry. 3 years ago, together, we closed a budget shortfall of $6 billion without raising taxes. The results were good. We've had 3 consecutive budget surpluses now, totaling $1.4 billion. We gave 2 3% performance bonuses to our great state employees. We set priorities and cut spending. In this last 3 years, I've recommended to you, and you've accepted cuts and reallocations of spending of more than $1 billion, and I thank you for that. As of August, a record $14 billion in projects are now in procurement or under construction, including mega projects like Dulles Metro Rail and the express lanes on I-95 in Northern Virginia, and the Downtown-Midtown Tunnel project in Hampton Roads. And while California and Illinois and other states are marching towards pension insolvency, we put the most new funding into the system in the history of Virginia. And we've reduced the system's unfunded liabilities by $9 billion by 2031. Because over the last 2 years, we've added over 3,800 new slots for undergraduate in-state students. And best of all, tuition increases this year averaged only 4% after a decade of double-digit tuition increases. And that's good news for our young people. Because I'm sure you agree, more diplomas means more jobs. We've increased the percentage of K-12 funding going into the classroom from 62% to 64%, heading to 65%. Graduation rates are up. Dropout rates are now at the lowest level in a very long time and have fallen by more than 25% in the last 5 years. In 2011, our major wastewater facilities exceeded pollution reduction goals by more than 2,000% for nitrogen and more than 450% for phosphorus. In fact, it was so good that the U.S. EPA's Region 3 award for the biggest loser went to Virginia because we ranked second in the nation for reducing nitrogen pollution in the Chesapeake Bay. Our adult recidivism rate has fallen to 26.1%, one of the lowest rates in all of America. We've passed tough new laws to combat domestic abuse, gang violence, drunk driving, internet crimes. And last year, we quietly passed the most significant reforms in over a decade to punish repeat drug dealers and child sex offenders. So tonight, I'm pleased to announce that our administration has now restored the civil rights of more Virginians than any other administration in the history of Virginia. And our work together has led the U.S. Chamber of Commerce to rank Virginia as America's most livable state, and MoneyRates.com to rank Virginia as the best state in which to make a living. And I think you well know that every other major national business publication puts Virginia in the top 3 best states in which to do business. But here's the brutal fact today. When it comes to educating our young people, America is slipping. So we need to recruit, incentivize, retain, and reward excellent teachers, and then treat them like the professionals that they are. So first, I'm proposing giving teachers their first state-supported pay raise since 2007, and my budget amendments provide over $58 million for a 2% pay raise for all SOQ-funded instructional personnel in Virginia. So that's why I'm asking you this year to approve funding to support new teachers who teach math and science, technology, or engineering in our middle and our high schools. So that's why I'm proposing this year $15 million for school districts to reward They're high-performing educators. Now, parents need to know more about what's going on in their kid's school because that's key to success. They need to know also how well their child's school is actually working. So I believe we should grade schools just like we grade students' tests and papers. So I'm proposing an A through F school ranking scale to empower parents and students and teachers so they can demand excellence in their schools. So I'm asking you to approve this year a bold new initiative to establish a statewide opportunity education institution to provide a high-quality education alternative for children attending any chronically underperforming school in the elementary or secondary school systems of Virginia. Because I can tell you as the parent of 5 children that are with us tonight, all of whom have graduated from good Virginia public schools, we must raise the bar and be intolerant of failure. Better schools mean better jobs and a stronger Virginia. Now, we must also lay the foundation for a stronger Virginia by modernizing our transportation infrastructure system. Therefore, I'm asking you, this session, please do not leave without approving a long-term transportation funding plan for Virginia. And please do not send me a budget that does not include new transportation funding. Yesterday, I announced a plan to invest an additional $3.1 billion in Virginia's transportation networks over the next 5 years, a plan that will provide new funding of about $845 million annually by the year 2018. The plan I've suggested will also eliminate Virginia's 17.5 cents per gallon tax on gasoline and replace it with a 0.08% increase in the sales and use tax that will not tax gasoline. Now, we'll be the first state in the nation to eliminate the gas tax, which is projected to be in a long-term state of decline. But we'll maintain the tax on diesel fuel because 68% of that fuel is consumed by out-of-state truckers. Trucks comprise 4.2% of the road miles traveled, but cause as much as 80% of our maintenance needs because of their weight. Now, these two policies taken together will generate $500 million per year by FY 2018. Now, I also ask that you strengthen our commitment to make college more affordable and more accessible by increasing our TAG grant program from $2,800 to $3,100 per student. The federal government must promptly authorize real, innovative, state-run Medicaid reforms to allow us at the state level to run our programs and manage our programs better. So Virginia will have a federal exchange. I've informed the Obama administration that we will not operate a state-based exchange that gives limited state control but distinct upside financial risk. It's not good for Virginia. But during this process, we will continue to work to ensure that Virginia maintains her traditional regulation of our own insurance market. I ask you to approve $5 million for specific adult and child crisis services and an additional $1 million for children's mental health services. I'm also proposing $750,000 in the budget to assist in discharging individuals from state hospitals who are ready for that transition home in a secure way. We must also better care for children in our society who are in need of a permanent home with loving parents. I've included $2.3 million in the budget to provide a $1,000 incentive for up to 1,000 families who adopt foster care children. This will help more young children find the loving homes and the loving parents that they need. Ladies and gentlemen, we've done an awful lot, I think, working together. We'll do a lot more this session. The unemployment rate's down. More Virginians are going to college, and tuition increases have fallen sharply. More than $14 billion in transportation projects are underway. Our pension system is more stable. We've had 3 straight budget surpluses. All of that, I believe, represents the very best of what we've come to know around here as the Virginia way. We continue to help middle-class families and build a Commonwealth of opportunity for all of our people. I'm asking you to join me in continuing the time-honored Virginia way to lay the foundation for Virginia's future. So thank you for your service to the people of Virginia, and may God's blessings remain on this great Commonwealth of Virginia. Thank you. God bless you.